All right, and good morning, everybody. This is Mike Kineski, the Fantasy Sports Boss. And if you haven't already seen it, I tweeted out earlier this morning. And again, you can follow me on Twitter at RotoBoss. That today, leading up and all the way through the start of the season, I'm going to be posting daily sleeper and bust videos on the YouTube channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification button if you haven't done so already. There'll be separate videos, a sleeper, and then a second video, which will cover a potential bust, in my opinion, for the upcoming 2022 fantasy football season. Now, I kind of teased out who the first subject is going to be with the picture on the tweet, and that was Chase Edmonds, the running back for the Miami Dolphins, who came in on a 2-year deal this past offseason from the Arizona Cardinals. And for me, Edmonds is a sleeper, and a decent sleeper in PPR formats especially, which I'll get into shortly. Now, the one holdup that people always have with Chase Edmonds is that, he doesn't score a lot of touchdowns, and he's kind of been pigeonholed into this, guy that will come in and catch a bunch of passes, be a change of pace runner, while, a more bruising, bigger, muscular back takes advantage of the goal line and short yardage situations, which is what happened in Arizona, especially last season with James Conner pretty much getting every carry in the red zone, and Edmonds doing his thing catching the football. But catching the football, Edmonds does as good as any running back in the entire NFL. Over the last couple of seasons in particular, he caught 43 passes last year, 53 the year before. He's got 128 career receptions in 4 years. But you know what the thing is with Edmonds, he's actually a very good runner as well. Last year, averaged 5.1 per carry. The year before, 4.6. For his career, 4.7, which is a very impressive number. Edmonds has good speed, and he breaks a decent amount of tackles. He's got good vision. He can get to the outside. Picking up the tough yardage in between the tackles is not his strength, but he can do it. And that's why I think Edmonds falls into these timeshare arrangements, the thinking that, going that he can't pick up the tough yardage, especially in close around the goal line, and where he's really got to muscle forward and pick up the tough yardage. But be that as it may, for fantasy football purposes, Edmonds, especially in a PPR format, is very valuable, and I think he's going to be very valuable this year too. And I really like his very generous draft price. It's always very generous every year. That way you could always make a solid profit off of him. And the Dolphins signing him to a 2-year deal with $6 million guaranteed, that's not chump change for a running back. And so that leads me to believe that Edmonds is going to be the primary ball carrier for Miami this year. Now, I know they also brought in Sony Michel, and Michel probably will get goal line and short yardage carries, and that does cap things for Edmonds. He can't be a running back one, having somebody come in and take those valuable carries. As far as the rest of the stable of running backs in Miami, Myles Gaskin's going to be cut any day now. He's not going to start the season with the team. I just don't see it. Salvin Ahmed is just a depth piece. We've seen, him come in and really fail to do much of anything. I'm not impressed with him at all. Raheem Mostert, this is a 1-year flyer. I mean, the guy can't even get through one game without getting injured. So to even project Mostert to do anything this season is extremely optimistic. Physically, he just can't stay healthy. So, is he a talented player? He is. There's not a lot of tread on Mostert's tires, so if he somehow, by some sort of miracle, can stay healthy, he will be a factor. But as a guy that will only come in maybe and get 5, 7, 8, 9 carries tops, because there is a cap ceiling on Mostert, because physically he just can't withstand that kind of punishment. So, Michel, I've never been a fan of the guy. I know he did, solid work for the Rams a year ago down the stretch, but he's not going to be as big of an impediment to Edmonds as you would think. So ideally, Edmonds would be your flex player in PPR. He can hold running back 2 value in PPR leagues. In standard leagues, Edmonds is not a guy you really want to own. That goes without saying. We all know that. He can be a flex in standard leagues, but the touchdown upside is not great. He's got 9 career touchdowns on the ground, 5 through the air. So the touchdown numbers are just not there. So we can't really project that going forward. But there will be a lot of catches. And listen, Tua Tagovailoa loves to throw the short to intermediate pass. We saw it all last year with Jalen Waddle. Miami had virtually nothing in the running back cupboard a year ago. Myles Gaskin was horrendous. Ahmed did nothing. They really needed to overhaul the position, which they did, and I like what they did. But Tagovailoa is a very safe, conservative quarterback, and that jives perfectly well with Chase Edmonds. So I think 60 catches is absolutely in the realm of possibility. You want to be conservative and say 50 for 400 yards, that's fine. Maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns, but I think he can get to 60 catches. I really do. And if Miami's playing from behind, Edmonds is going to be out there every single down in catch-up mode. There'll be a decent amount of garbage time points for Miami as they try to play catch-up on a team that probably will struggle this season and not really, be one of the better teams in the AFC. So I do have Edmonds as a solid sleeper. The value is very good. If you are in PPR leagues and you load up on receivers early, or even if you do the 0 running back approach, Edmonds is one of the top guys along with Kareem Hunt that I would be searching out to take advantage of the generous ADP and to be a prime target in those 0 running back strategies. So, yeah, I do like Edmonds again this year. Always well priced. Always gives you a decent amount of receptions and yardage. Anything you get on the ground will be a bonus. Let's hope for 500 yards on the ground. And given the shaky injury histories of Mostert and Michelle, that could happen. So anyway, again, hit the subscribe and the like button if you can, the notification button as well. The videos going to be coming on a daily basis. 1 sleeper, 1 bust every day, plus the injury videos. Any injury that happens, which I've been doing so far already. Instant analysis. Fridays will be live shows, the Fantasy Football Fridays, so I can take questions and all that stuff. And also post your questions on the video board. All right, so any questions you have, just post and I'll answer them. So until I post another video, we'll talk soon, guys. Have a great day, and good luck with your drafts.